Hi folks, Sam here again. The most common question I get, when people know my background as a casting person and then a teacher and trainer, is what's my type? How do I figure out my type? My agent tells me I'm a certain type and I'm not sure I agree with it. Or I go to some auditions and I feel like everybody there is the right type and I'm really not. I feel like I don't match these people. And it's a really interesting question. First of all, I need to say I think sometimes we're asking it for the wrong reason. We think that if we knew our type, we would better know how to submit ourselves. And if we submitted ourselves absolutely perfectly, then the casting directors would see how right we were for a role and they would bring us in. There's some logic to that. However, what's forgotten there, I think, is that casting people, directors, will see in you the type they need to see. Obviously, the average African-American 26-year-old girl is not going to go in for Albert Einstein. She's not going to go in to play a 75-year-old white genius. That's not going to happen. And she knows that. Everybody knows that. You can tell you're not the type. But within all the things that young lady could go in for, if it is a CSI episode, that casting director is going to see that 25-year-old young lady as a victim, because pretty much every episode requires some young lady who's a victim of some terrible thing. If, on the other hand, she's going in for an episode of Girls, that casting director is going to see her as sort of a well-raised young New York person who is maybe the new friend of one of the girls that the title is about. All of a sudden, she's a young New York college graduate looking for an important job in the advertising industry. Yesterday, she was a victim. Casting directors, within a certain amount of logical sense, are going to see you as they need to see you. So I think the idea, rather than to tailor yourself and say, gee, I'll wear something victim-y, or I'll wear something New York career girly, that'll help. When I was a casting director, if somebody came in a cowboy hat just because I was doing a Western, I was kind of insulted. I thought, do you think I have no imagination? I can't figure out what kind of hat you could wear? So I think a lot of times, if we just relax and present ourselves and let them put us where they think we work, we're doing a lot better in what's really going on, in matching what's actually going on in casting, and we drive ourselves a lot less crazy trying to find the right cowboy hat or the right roller skates or something to convince somebody of something they're probably perfectly capable of imagining. So my word for today, and we're going to talk more about type in a few days, my word for today is relax, ease up. Your type is pretty much determined before you arrive, so don't worry about it so much. Bye.